Now, in terms of regressions and diagnostics, because essentially everything that we do in applied statistics is some kind of a linear, nonlinear regression-based model, which of course the concept of linear algebra of bringing the data points or projecting the data points into a line or a segment or a plane using so-called orthogonal projections. Anyhow, we don't have to know the mathematics, but the applications have been very well described in John Fox and Stanford Weisberg book and our companion to applied regression. And there is a second version. The second book that I would like to recommend is their third edition. And as a matter of fact, on their website, John Fox, who is at McMaster University, I think it's close to Toronto, has a lot of data files and code that he uses in a book. Good modeling techniques and a lot of diagnostics that you really have to do before you apply any model. So a lot of people would just jump and start using modeling without really doing thorough diagnostics. One of the things that he describes very well is the breakdown and visual inspection of interactions. And that could be done, for example, very well with the effects package in R library. So R is a free program that has been basically replicated or modeled or literally copied from this S Plus program that was developed by Bell Laboratories, I think in California. And they fired a lot of the engineers there and programmers, and they just created a free program that is maintained out of Vienna right now. Now, Jose Pinheiro and Douglas Bates was a mathematician and statistician at University of Wisconsin, wrote the LME and the NLME and LME4 libraries in R. And he had a lot of students that once they graduated from the statistics program in Wisconsin became basically $250,000 a year consultants at Novartis mostly. So Novartis had some kind of, the pharmaceutical company had some kind of a link to University of Wisconsin mathematics program. And that's a Springer Swiss company, publication in statistics and computing. Now, he uses a lot of temporal and spatial adjustments in the regression models. So the spatial adjustments are very important. Almost nobody uses them, but you know that a lot of data are not independently distributed, and they're not independent observations. They're all related either in a temporal or spatial matter, and the best applications of these is used actually in ecology when bird nests and bee hives and so forth and so on are all related in a specific region, for example. So a lot of spatial adjustments in addition to the temporal adjustments have to be made. By the way, for somebody who works with time series, I still don't understand where the frickin' random variable is in there, because if you're talking about sampling observations from distributions of a population, and they're all presumptive, of course, because we don't know what the distribution of population is, but we presume it is normal or binomial or whatever. Where the hell is the distribution of possible samples or possible observations of a given data point that we obtain from time series data? That's something that is still being debated, because there's only one average temperature or one closing stock price, but they treat them as random variables. So I don't know how it's that possible and how the founders of these techniques, dealt with it, but I have to dig into that.